Hi everybody, this is Yana and welcome back to my platform. Today is it's April the 9th, so happy Easter. I just learned a couple of days ago there's Easter going on, and that was just a perfect confirmation for me because there's so much happening and so much like recalibration and rebirthing energies happening in the extremely high dimensions, and it's penetrating, right? To this realm through the astral plane. Remember the 4D, right? It's is the key. It's like the breaking point. And last time I forgot to guys show you the AI timeline split actually. So people are talking about whether it's two worlds, right? One is organic, inorganic. I do it through the Katara grid, okay? And again, Ascension glossary, right? Lisa Rini and so on. So there was a lot of shit in consciousness. Just a couple of days ago, I went to store, and then I found out there's a Happy Easter this sun today, and yesterday I was still at work and learned that we're not working today. So yeah, Happy Easter everybody. So it's just kind of everything is new and just everything is happening in the present moment. And I'm just kind of focusing on my work, and I have to build a platform and I have to raise the frequency vibration. That's what I'm focusing on, lots of transformational work. So on Tuesday, when the restaurant is still closed, I'm going to do some cleansing, clearing. I'm going to bring Nakchampa sticks and sage, white sage. So I'll be saging the place. So that's awesome. I love when people are start cooperating, co-creating, and so on. Like cleansing, clearing your space, guys. Your aura, your energy field, so important. That's how we exit, the matrix, and kind of free ourselves from all these old programming, old belief system. Of course, it requires lots of purification and detox. Okay, on all levels. Remember, we are spiritual beings having human experience. We are sound, light, frequency, vibration. So it's not only cleansing our colons, right? And taking care of our physical body, but also of our emotions. That's your soul energy, right? Soul signature, energy signature, and also our mental state, right? What we're emitting, what kind of thought forms we are projecting, putting out there. Okay, and then of course we have the spiritual plane. So that's your Atma body, Buddha body, Christ body, in order to become the diamond avatar self, right? So we are walking through the through the Katara, the cosmic tree of life tree with 12 spheres, 12 strands of DNA, 12 dimensions, guys. And so we are growing, evolving. So many of us came here already as avatar souls, right? From extremely high dimensions, volunteering here. I have connection to the solar Rishi consciousness. Rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains. So we come here to this kind of 3D, and what in the world is happening, having the human experience, right? So who are the indigo warriors? We already come here with our sixth sense or third eye open. Okay, so very important to be in our heart. That this is kind of the breaking point here. The fourth dimension, right? That was also invasion of the Anunnaki, and so many people, right? Just kind of. Trying to swim through the astral plane, because the low vibes, the low emotions, or the negative emotions, the negative thoughts keeps us in the lower planes of the astral realm. Okay, and but once you are doing all this cleansing, clearing, purification of your first three chakras, okay, all these tools are, whether on my website or I talk about it, the Ascension Guardian Protocol, right? And you're constantly in your heart structure, you're doing through self-love, self-care, self-forgiveness, that's the violet flame invocation, right? Healing your body, mind, and soul through the the violet flame. Thank you, Saint Germain, right? Very important. Just focusing on that color, envisioning the color in your field, in your aura, in your cells, and so on. Very important, guys. So and we already come here pretty much activated, and our mission is kind of embedded deep within us. But we kind of come here into this forgetfulness and start remembering who we truly are, right? And then with all these ascension energies and gamma ray frequencies, we're being so extremely activated, especially like for the Pleiadian project or Galactic project, for the Ashtar command, right? For the military section, for the veterans who were abused and violated. Okay, so we already know that we represent the entire kind of Katara grid. I mean, that's your 12 strands of DNA. This is your original divine blueprint, and that's what we're heading. Back to those cosmic energies, to the divine blueprint, remembering who we truly are, right? And here being of service, right? And I am all about like healing, transforming, how to be free from the mind control, how to be free from the DARPA AI inorganic intelligence, and how to be free from the astral slavery agenda, including all this sex misery, and love bites. I mean, the Armageddon program, the pestilence program. I mean, all the agenda 2030 or so on, that is that kind of stuff that was implanted in those jabs, and especially for the military, right? The communist China, and the nanobots, the nanites from those zetas, from those negative aliens. So I am teaching kind of things galactically, cosmically, interstellar, right? Exopolitics, how to do the shadow work. So integration of your shadow back to the light is very important. Man minus ego equals God, right? Satya Sai Baba. So this transformational work, healing work. So those who want to then be of service, you guys, make sure you're ready, because we're dealing with highly advanced technologies, the negative aliens with their agendas, right? I was showing you pictures, so I'll be again showing you the pictures, especially the ones I forgot to show you from my previous videos. Yeah, I just kind of, this is how we are here. I'm just kind of repeating, or I'm teaching this stuff, and this is my frequency vibration. Okay, instead of being AI avatar cells, because look at all these world leaders in politics, military, religion, right? I show you the picture how these entity possessions, and even Whitney Webb, I think she talks about some kind of demons being attached, or they're possessed by those leaders, and some of them are either arrested or they were accused of all these crimes, especially the sex crimes, and also the banking cartel, the government, right? There's a shadow government, and there is the shadow military, the deep state, and so on, with the kind of unconstitutional rights, because they suspended the original constitution of 1776. That was the act of 1871. So they were doing all these kind of horrible things. And where's the information? There's so much disinformation, there's so much lies and deceptions everywhere. That's why your crystalline heart, it will take you back home, guys. Being in your heart, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, forgiving yourself, being compassionate, right? Compassion with everything that happened to you, guys. Activating your crystalline DNA, being on the sun, right? Drinking distilled water, superfood. Today is like perfect time for me. And my life is pretty simple, right? Because people have families, or they're working hard. I only do part-time jobs so that I can dedicate my time to my project. And I'll be writing more stuff actually on my Ko-Fi. I have kind of my page there, and I'll be posting more blogs there. Looks like Wix, the spaces on Wix are not working anymore right now. I don't know what's going on through my phone. It's just not downloading. Nothing is downloading. So I guess I'll be expanding on that, maybe repeating myself, I don't know, but this is what I gotta do. I have the project for the for my tribe, those who ended up in those criminal terroristic organizations, and some of them are those Christos Essene Templars, and from Melchizedek order, and they were hooked through that Nazi Neuralink to the Baphomet network, and involved, or through the direct programming, right? They're involved in horrible crimes. The direct program, you can see the footages from Julian Assange. Okay, so there's so much evidence, there's so much documents, and I'm trying to also put those dots together because of the politics, the way people explain those things, kind of they're going into more into like the demons and the energy, but we're doing the exopolitics because we're dealing, like I said, with the Dracos, with the reptilians, we're dealing with the Zetas, we're dealing with the hybrid Anunnaki, Nazi Pleiadian faction. I mean, that's kind of what I am aligned to, and they were high-ranking military officers, and that involved in those psyops, right? Men in Black, all these special operations, and there's so much misogyny there going on, huge big ego going on, and the bastardization of the divine feminine, divine masculine. So being a commander here, representing an Ashtar command. You have to be under the law of one. You have to know the rules, the ethics, right, of the divine. That's why 8 steps of yoga, I even talk about that. We're going back to the Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant, right? The cosmic sovereign law, okay, into oneness, unity, right? Co-creating with the divine under the law of one with free will. So these are kind of the guidelines, directives. I will go over some. I will make more blogs about that and post it on my page on Ko-Fi, under Yana. So, and see how everything goes, everything evolves, because this is a new school. We're on this pretty much new earth right here, right now, right? Resurrecting everything. Today is even Easter. So, just all about building the momentum, fractal by fractal, and I would say in the etheric, high etheric realms, everything's been reestablished, renewed. We have the cosmic light body already kind of ready for us to embody that, or to connect all these connections to your cosmic energies, to your divine energies, to your original divine blueprint, connecting to your galactic family, star family, interstellar family, like the energy work, thanks to the grid workers and gatekeepers and so on. So incredible job today. Actually, there is a unity meditation with Sandra Walter, so I'll probably join her at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that's a huge big deal, just about thinking about these energies of ascension, of the crystalline consciousness, of resurrection. Today, the Easter, guys, just even thought, you're already there, you're already ascended, right? You're already whole and complete. But here in a physical plane, it takes time, and I have to, like everybody else, I have to walk in those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion, doing the transformational work, the healing work. Wherever I go, I am, and all is well. And doing all this chanting, right? Japa mantra meditation, listening to solfeggio tones and saging and smudging, but at the same time, right? Constantly, positive affirmations. But if there is negativity, I'm a shadow worker, so I do study the negative aliens, the negative alien agenda, because horrible things happen to me. Who in the world is doing all that, right? Like the Nazi party, So I'll talk about this stuff more on my Rumble account, Yana82. But in order for us really to ascend, we have to be aware, we have to be in the know and being in the now, and not being afraid of whether our shadow, and kind of recognizing those discrepancies, those misqualified energies, working on our trauma, right? PTSD, time to heal, very important. Feeling our pain body, and if we're in an anger or kind of hate kind of mode, right? This kind of aggression, we're aggressive. It's all about, just pause, take a deep breath, and recalibrate. It's not a big deal. It's neutralizing these energies, right? How to neutralize all that. 13 principles of natural laws, guys. The law of polarity, law of rhythm, because this is the nature of this realm, of this reality. We've been negatively polarized here in this kind of dualistic world. But through the ascension mechanics now is, it's a trinity structure. It's based 12 mathematics, right? So, it's just all about now diving deep within our hearts, within our souls, remembering who we truly are, right? And feeling that love within us and around us, and sending the energies of positive vibes to the entire globe, and heart to heart, connection and meditation on that. This is how we are creating the new earth, whether jurisdiction, the new earth, quantum financial system, the paradise, the Eden here. Okay, on this planet that is ascending with us. But of course, there's a split, like I said, the split in consciousness, so whether it's the metaverse based in mathematics, right, all these programming, conditioning, MK Ultra, satanic ritual abuses, the politicians, right, this is kind of how the overlay of that 10D, right, that was happening over actually who we truly are, our diamond avatar self, or the inverted version of that avatar self, the AI avatar hooked to this Archon AI structure, right? And it was the Tuban system, the Draco system, and it was also the anti-hierogamic kind of AI cube, the right way cube technology, extremely powerful AI technology in the Carpathian Mountains complex, Eastern Europe, okay? So, the negative ones, they can move the orbit of the planets, where they have black hole technology. So we're really dealing with highly advanced races, the draconian races, and so on. So they were siphoning, or through that red cube AI kind of technology, right? They were siphoning these kind of frequencies even from the planet Pluto, right? That's a 10D, And then of course is this Mars. What is it? That's Saturn. That was a huge big deal, right? The Saturnian kind of inversions, right, with the satanic ritual abuses, and then Mars. Okay, so they have a they have a super quantum computers. They have a fleet, right, dark fleet. They have a spaceship, spacecrafts. So their technology is extremely advanced. But remember, we have a good ETs and with benevolent. With their benevolent intentions and their highly advanced technology, they're helping us to neutralize all that, how to kind of get rid of this, frequency fence, how to disassemble this whole matrix. It's all collapsing, like the Georgia Guidestones and other these obelisks, right? Because Washington D.C. there was Vatican, and London, right? That was like the unholy trinity. So those were the inorganic artificial ley lines. It's supposed to be of that true Freemason work, and the negative ones inverted everything through the black cube technology, red cube technology, and harvesting energies from this planet. So this is the trinity also of the planet, like Earth, right? Tara and Gaia, and so many of my soul siblings then ended up in the military MC under the MIC, the military industrial complex, DARPA, and in this terroristic organization, Skull and Bow 322, calling themselves Masonic stuff, but it was satanic Luciferians involving pornography, child sex trafficking, and so on. So these are actually very powerful souls from the Melchizedek lineages, and they were hooked to Baphomet network through the Nazi Neuralink, right? So we're helping those souls to exit the fallen matrix, okay? And they're highly evolved souls, guys. So kind of, like I said, this is not for everybody. There's like lots of things that needs to also happen through meditation, through integration, right? Polarity integration, shadow work. So what is it? The integration of your shadow self. So lots of inner work that needs to happen. For that, you have to have a time, devotion, dedication to divine. And like today, even like the Easter, right? What a perfect time and timing. We usually have Easter on Monday, so my Mondays are off. Tuesday, I'm going to do some cleansing work, and then of course I have to do some part-time job, working, like I say, in a restaurant, right? Just I guess like everybody else, you gotta pay your bills, okay? But at the same time, I'm building the platforms for veterans. For my soul group that they need lots of help, and so we now represent the ground crew, right? The Ashtar command, like healing from the crucifixion implants, the directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons, and so on. So and on the Ashtar command, right, what it represents and our goal. And here's the medical team. We're here to assist the veterans with the DNA rehabilitation, recalibration, with transformation, with the deep programming from the military grade mind control, including the rewiring of the subconscious mind from all the harmful mind control programs like the pestilence program, Armageddon program of the AI Archon, inorganic false timeline structure hologram. It was running the base 10 mathematics. That was the reverse Merkaba. Okay, everything was artificial, reversed in their morphogenetic field caused by the NA's technology. That was the nanobots, nanites, holographic insert chips, implants, infecting and damaging their aura. And the electromagnetic field with its anti-lab, anti-Christ, anti-human codes, via psychotronic weapons and black hole technology. So this is kind of, we have to correct all that, into that secret math running base 12 mathematic, right, with its perfect symmetry, the original divine blueprint, the template, the blueprint of 144, the crystalline consciousness of the Royal Essene Christos Templars, okay? So yeah, and that's all these secret societies, guys, that was running all these the secret societies that I encountered, especially here in USA. Unfortunately, I have to say, it was running the negative timeline, right? So we need to have us resurrecting all that, rebirthing, okay, and just bringing everything right side up. Oops, and I'm sorry, bring everything right side up, correcting all that, right? Because it was all inversion, so we're bringing everything right side up and just going back to God, to source, and it is what is. And of course, there's lots of struggling within us. The jihad needs to be resolved, and of course the negative ones, they have, they're running computer stuff. But those who are awakening, like the hybrid Anunnaki, I have a project for them, right? I need some support. They need to contact me, they need to start healing. They need to embark on their healing journey, right? The ego needs to go, and there's so much, I guess, fear. There's so much, the artificial overlays. It's interesting. Lots of insecurities, lots of doubt, right? So it takes time to start finally feeling your true divine essence. Start feeling your soul, connecting with your soul connection, consciousness expansion, SOS. So these are the Essene lineages, guys. So do you see the difference? The 12D kind of timeline, or the Merkaba, the 12D dimensions, okay? And here this is the inorganic reverse structure, okay? And I'm showing this, the Ascension mechanics, very important, because again, we're dealing with AI, with ETs and with aliens. So those are evolved souls. You start remembering all that. You start understanding all that through your higher senses, through your either sixth sense or through your higher self. Very very important to start having connection to your higher self, to who you truly are, okay? And so with the Ascension, right, the mechanics, guys, you can study all that. And just kind of remember that the 3D planet Earth, they entered Galactic of planet frequency cycle already in 2008. Okay, so you have the 7 planes. That's the planetary cycle, and now we're also exiting the Kali Yuga, right, and entering the Satya Yuga, and also we're entering the new golden age. In Aquarius, for me, it's really like the divine feminine, right, and divine masculine blending together, like the Lemuria, the Atlantis coming back together, the Holy Mother, Divine Mother, Holy Father, right, the cosmic heart of Father, Mother, God. We're now connecting to all that, and the energies are accessible. So thanks for all the grid work and star seeds and indigo warriors. So it's amazing. So many people working also at the background, but doing amazing job. And also I just wanted to say, the Ashtar Galactic project, the I just really am building those spiritual communities like Ashtar, like ashram monasteries, right, from the Ashtar command here. And those spiritual methods for self-mastery, like reconnecting, very important, reconnecting to our soul consciousness, healing sexuality, freeing the mind, and clearing DNA mutation inherited or caused by alien hybridization. And then, we have the bioregenesis and deprogramming through the ancient science of yoga and Ayurveda and spiritual practices of Tantra. Guys, Tantra, that's the energies of the divine feminine, masculine, and to me, that's a japa mantra meditation. Chanting like Soham, Aham, Svaha, like very powerful mantras in Sanskrit, okay? And, I'm more helping people like with their energies, connecting with their soul, with their heart. So many people here, right? I understand they're very physical and they want to have the evidence, the proof. The proof is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within. Know yourself and be free. Okay, and I came here to really know the enemy and how it all feels to be abused, to be violated, to be tortured, to be raped, right? But through the resurrection energies, through the law of grace, so study the Galactic Codex, right? We can repair all that, correct all that. So there's always a way. Remember, there's always a way. And yeah, so like we had the negative faction, the negative Anunnaki. So there's also positive faction, right? Like the Ashtar command, the high command guys, and it's kind of recognizing that, knowing we are multidimensional, right? And the ascension actually is happening through your inner hub, ascension, through the inner connection to your inner Christ, to your intuition, to that inner self. Okay, so pretty much the outside kind of needs to go for a little bit. So, take time for yourself and start building that momentum and start rekindling that the divine spark within your sacred chamber of your heart. Okay, so doing that clearing work, very important, like the chakra cleansing, like clearing through listening to solfeggio tones, right? Chanting, japa mantra meditation, violet flame invocation. You have the sound bath healing and therapy with crystal bowls and gong. And then we have the 8 steps of yoga, the mental, emotional balancing and physical health. We have the 5D protocol from Telos. They are here helping us, the Telosians, the Garthians, and so on. The practice of the evolving self, very important to dismantle the old belief system, right? All programming, all conditioning, and you can write everything down, like with PTSD, time to heal, the thoughts that limit you, that make you feel inferior, that drains your energies, and then thoughts or emotions that actually activate your DNA, that uplifts you, empowers you. So just kind of play with it if you have time. It's very important to actually create time for all that. There's no more time for procrastination and for postponing things, especially the spiritual things and spiritual discipline and meditation. I mean, this is the key now in these times where people are going through very challenging and tumultuous situations, right? Crises are happening, like even the channeling from Marina Jacobi, she's channeling from the hybrids, and then of course the Council of Nine, correct? And now we had the the high priestess kind of structure, that she was receiving information about the quantum financial system. Like, what are you doing for humanity? What is your project, right? What is your mission? Where's your portfolio? So I'm just kind of building it, whether through my videos and just sending blogs and doing the transformational work, even at the physical work, 3D work, where I'm getting some money so I can pay my bills. Okay, so I guess you have to do it everything. You have the divine feminine, divine masculine, right? The healing part, but then you have to also know kind of the finances, how that all operates. And also she was saying to have some food supplies, so have all these rice crackers and have some extra virgin olive oil. And for me, like, again, more fasting, orange juice, superfood, so drinking distilled water. My lifestyle is very simple, guys, and I'm just paying a room here. I have a couple of bills to pay, right? No mortgages, all insurance, only car insurance. Have to pay my phone bill, right? So I can make some videos. Very like creative, so and communicative. So I want to share this information, disseminate all these informations, guys, for your education, for your empowerment, for your God's glory, for your glory, the glorifying the God, praising the Lord, that is within us. We are the microcosm of the macrocosm. So, and then of course at the Ayurveda massages, Ayurveda cuisine, healing through nutrition, Lemurian diet, right? Superfood, fire ceremonies. I would love to have like a fire pit and just doing all these sacred rituals with drumming, reciting ancient text, right? By doing japa mantra meditation, and then creative arts like coloring mandalas and watching fairy tales, dancing, singing, the folklore kind of things, where we all get together, right, around fire and share our stories, and kind of dancing, like singing, just connecting to that earth, right? But not again all this violence and all these perversions, like with the music even at work, right? Because I used to be volunteering or working at the ashrams, where we would listen to like relaxing music, shamanic music, and now in the kitchen, those guys, they're playing like a heavy rock or sometimes metal music. Sometimes it's gentle music, guys. We're sound, light, frequency, vibration. What kind of music are you listening to? Because even like the neighbors or another roommates here, I mean, it's just a very dysfunctional, or the neighbors here outside. I mean, it's very metallic. It's very degrading music. It just totally distorts your energy field, total distortion of your energy field and of your light body. How do you want to ascend having all these distortions everywhere, and implants, and maybe being possessed, and all these addictions? How are you, so cleansing, clearing, purification, very important. Okay, guys, so this is the Ashtar project from the right, the Ashtar for the Ashtar command. Okay. And let me see, talking about also the aligning with the natural laws, very important, right? Are you studying the natural laws? Are you feeling your energies? Because the foundation of natural laws, is the energy. What kind of thought forms are you emitting? What are you projecting, or how are you feeling? Are you registering it? Being mindful, right? Very important. Being aware of your breath, who you truly are, how to control yourself, right? Let me see. Controlling yourself, very important. Like choose ahimsa, no harm. Okay. And choose the golden rule, right? Like how do you want to be treated? That's how you treat others. Okay. Having those holding loving and neutral thoughts, how to be in your divine neutrality, the 0 point God matrix, the source of our genesis, right? Choosing the yellow brick road, the middle path, the Buddha nature through meditation. So because people, right, it's all these triggers, like we, when we're surrounded, we're in a society, or being kind of surrounded by all kinds of interesting people. You just kind of, you have to hold the light, make sure, if something triggers you, register, you immediately dissolve it, transform it, transmute it, whether you invoke the violet flame through breath work, or just kind of stepping outside, kind of shaking it off, or going to the beach, doing some cleansing work. It is like a spiritual boot camp in a sense. Like it's good for your soul, for your heart, and nobody can do that for you on that individual level. We're doing it, of course, on the cosmic level, collective level, global level, interstellar, galactic, or so healing those, the galactic war timelines, and now really connecting now with the Andromeda, the core of the galaxy, the Andromeda Council, and they're hosting our Ascension. So very important to understand those things, right? The forgiveness, forgiving yourself, then express communication with neutrality and compassion. Okay. Make the commitment to take responsibility for your emotional feelings. So extremely to be responsible, but at the same time, if you know yourself, who you are, You have kind of that armor of God around you, the 12D shielding, right? Let me see, I'll show you the picture. Do I have it? The 12D shielding. Then at work, if it's something not mine, right? I just kind of no thank you. I kind of send back that energy. Enjoy, this is your energy. Work on yourself, right? There's so much disrespect. You're like nice to people. You're trying to show them the way, or like teach them very lovingly, right? And then you get horrible energies back, the black magic. People don't have boundaries. They're extremely vulgar, or they want to be porn star. I mean, they don't even know what they're talking about. And it's like a young generation, and like I said, that they're just it's all addiction, eating unhealthy, in stress, right? Some of them families, children. I mean, just constantly continuing that cycle. It's time to wake up, time to break that cycle. Spend time in nature, just with children, right? In meditation, or just observing nature, okay? And listening to healing music, guys. That just a couple of steps, and makes a huge big difference, okay? And avoid speaking negatively towards any person, right? Because now it will all come back to you. What goes around comes around, right? All this exaggeration, being loud, for example. You're nice, you have this loving, calm voice, and then like at work, whatever, they're like screaming at you and saying fuck thing. I'm like, no thank you, I'm not putting up with this, sir. Enjoy it. Send back. You transform it. I already show you the way. I mean, of course, you have to be the example. You have to walk in those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion, with God's sovereign free boundaries. Yeah, okay, very important. And so having that self-control is very important in order to self-regulate difficult emotions, right? And again, if there's the need to use physical activity, or shout angry words, or hit into a punching bag to release mental frustration and emotional pressure, find a place to do this angry release in solitude, away from family, from children, even from pets. Okay. And then Mother Nature, she also holds the platform for evolution, even for our frustration. But it doesn't mean that we start cutting the trees and kind of even damaging her. So it's unbelievable how people are behaving, and all this trash, right? When you see on the beach, so sometimes I pick up stuff. Some people are not even aware. They're just not mindful, right? They're not aware of their breath. And look what that causes. What are the consequences of all that? So very important, start being responsible, right? If you're responsible, but then and you regulate yourself, then you're the master of your energies. And that's what we came here to, mastering ourselves. Self-mastery, self-realization, self-actualization, how we can exit the matrix. And in the military section, right, the astral slavery agenda, the mind control, the DARPA, right, in order for you then to be out there and being of service, right? I have the Ascension Guardian Protocol. Now you know what to do. You get all these AI, frequency going on, psychotronic weapons, psychic attacks, right? They had the 5G towers, the Wi-Fi, the computers. You had the black magicians. You had all these entities hooked to their aura, energy field, right? Once you start seeing these things, I mean, this is a goulash. This is like a swamp, right? So we gotta drain the swamp. And it's not only external. For me, it's the your aura, your energy field. So when you go somewhere, you're on a mission, okay? So you have to be extremely clear. And your bioenergy field, right, has to be either protected, or you have to be very strong in your inner core. Because we're going to be dealing with the with the extreme, with individuals, right, psychotics, psychopaths involved in pedophilia, child sex trafficking. And that's their programming. That's all they know, because children, they were broken down, so they don't even know what really love is, right? And we have to help those children who they were the victims, or who were they were affected by it, they were abused. So the healers out there, you guys make sure you understand the entire structure and the agenda of those negative ones, right? I mean, if this is your project, if this is your mission, right, If because some individuals or healers, they don't need to know these kind of things, they're just doing whatever they're doing. But those who are the indigo warriors and the polarity integration and the shadow work that we're doing, and talking about exopolitics, right, and disseminating the material about ascension, and from the lunar forces we're going back to solar Christ, energy, frequency, vibration. There's a lots of work. We plunge into the darkness to analyze all that, to figure out everything, and then through that healing work, through the inner alchemy and shadow integration, that's how we then exit all that, and co-creating the new earth. So the aligning yourself with the natural laws, right? The directives, you develop right action, you purify your mind and your emotions, you follow your heart and your intuition and the law of one. You reconnect with your higher self, your soul, your oversoul. That's already 9 dimension, guys. Okay. So, and the secret societies, I think there was an infiltration from that 9 dimension, and that's why the Pleiadians are here and correcting everything, even the Star of David, and the 5-pointed stars, because those guys, I mean, from the Torah, 5D Torah, right, they were seated as 5-star humans, with that kind of DNA. Okay, and the negative ones inverted all that, so we need to again correct everything, bring everything right side up. And so that's what we're doing with the Ashtar command, with the medical team, with the healing team. And also so many people, right, they want to be in relationship. First you have to heal yourself, be comfortable with yourself, relationship with your heart, with your soul connection, consciousness expansion, and then being in communities, right, in unity, like with your star family, galactic family, and then finding your soulmate. Okay, so because you are you're of service, right? Not all this selfishness and all this separation, conquer and divide, and power over others, and the ego pretty much needs to be dismantled. The 3D mind, right? That all needs to be dismantled. All these, low frequency character. Okay, so it's spiritual battle going on within us, around us, also underneath the surface, right? Above the surface. This is multidimensional. So know your purpose, your mission. What is the meaning of life, right? Do the shadow work, clear the negative ego, the limited thought forms, be 100% responsible and accountable for your words, deeds, and actions, okay, and your emotions, of course, and your thought forms. Pray, meditate, chant. We need a positive affirmation. So I'm beautiful, I'm bountiful, I'm blissful, and all these beautiful songs out there, say how you're precious, you're loved, you're lovable, you're a peace, okay? You are abundant, you're special, you're unique, know your puzzle piece. Okay, very important, like really doing the research work, transformational work, diving deep within your heart, within your soul. Also the research, the quantum science, everything is now online, everything is accessible, everything is available. Okay, I do the invocation of the violet flame, or just chanting or reciting, I'm a being about fire, I am the purity God desires, all about purity, innocence. That's how we exit this matrix, right? Instead of all this crazy partying and drugs and alcohol, and watching porn, and everybody's having sex with everybody. Where are your boundaries? Where's your self-worth? Where's your self-esteem? Where's your self-confidence? Okay, ethics, morals, virtues, those are yamas niyamas of the yoga philosophy. Okay, yoga practice, very important. Heal yourself and heal your ancestral lineage from all this black magic, witchcrafting, sorcery. Be a master of your life, be a master of your energies, be a master of your destiny, right? With God, sovereign-free boundaries, and having direct connection to source. And then you surrender to source. That's who you truly are. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You cancel all the contracts, whether with the archons, with the black sun entities, the Belial group, the Chimera group, right? The Illuminati, the Cabal, and so on. There was all these blackmailing going on, right? How they seduce you, how they lower your frequency vibration, because they have technology for it, right? All this sorcery going on everywhere, the satanic families. I mean, just unbelievable how it's It's been very kind of predominant here, guys, in the United States. I was just shocked. So that's all being revealed, right? And it's all coming back, this coming online. So we have to embrace it, acknowledge it, see it for what it is. Because again, if you are kind of denying this kind of structure, right? It's you are creating your own then suffering, your division, you're dividing yourself. You know, you have the split within you, right? So educate yourself about the agenda of those negative aliens. Very important about the exopolitics, right? Face your shadow. You have to face it. You have to feel your pain body. Acknowledge your trauma. Write it down. PTSD time to heal, right? Evict the spirit of antichrist, anti-life, anti-human, right? Get behind me, Satan, whatever that is from the Bible, right? Cast out all the universal, well, your and the shadow, whether it's on a soul level, right? The soul level, all these possession, all these entities, all these low vibes, all this split and separation, all these what is it? Power over others, right? This manipulation. And then of course on that oversoul level as well, all these entities and possessions, and those who were in those terroristic organizations, so-called Freemason, right, of that inorganic faction, right, involved in pedophilia, child sex trafficking, guys. You have to kind of see it for what it is. You have to embrace it. You have to acknowledge it and heal it through your inner self, that divine spark, through that sacred chamber of your heart. And claim your power back, resurrect all your energies, command your space, stand in your truth, in your power of your heart, of your soul, and align with the law of one, right? We have the Declaration of Independence, also resurrecting the original constitution of 1776 that was of the republic, right, with the 13 colonies, with the Christus Templars, with the militia instead of the mafia, right, with the black nobility mafia family, and all these demonic Kabbalah and the Luciferian Templars, right? So there are these two factions, I would say, way up there, like the power elite and so on, even they're fighting among each other, and it's just very difficult, right? Just to kind of even like describe it unless you're in it. I mean, because for what happened to me and having the telepathic connections with them, because through the Nazi Neuralink and all these antennas and being chipped and dealing with Drex and Draconians and Zetas, right, and the Anunnaki, this is the lineage that we are healing, all these reversals in the bloodline, okay? That was the Nazi Anunnaki Pleiadian faction, right? The high-ranking military officers, we'll see. The strongest in truth will survive in a way. Like I said, for those who are extremely digressed, right? The space dust, this for them is space dust, no memory being recalled, but they need to rehabilitate, and it's I guess not easy even for them to admit that, or who knows, they're in so much pain, so much suffering, right? So very sensitive topic, and also you're dealing with with the military, all these weapons and guns, right? And just was it yesterday? I just came across the dark net that you're downloading some kind of software Tor, and you're so-called anonymous. And these people who work for these operations, I mean, you can even hire a killer, right? That's why anonymous. We know everything. There's on that astral plane, and that's what it is. People are so stuck, and they think freedom, wearing masks, and just not their face not being seen, so the CCP camera cannot see your face. This is a low vibe thinking. Some of those guys, they come actually from Germany, like Berlin, right? And their lineage, the Gestapo is after them, or the Hitler was eliminating those families who had connection to the Jewish bloodline. You guys, this is all old timelines. This is not working anymore. You need to go into your heart, into your soul, and we all monitored. There's surveillance everywhere, but through the AI structure, are you choosing the positive, organic? Are you choosing the blossoming and evolving of your soul, of your consciousness, and being of service to humanity, appreciating all your lessons and learning from them, and understanding your gifts and talents, and understanding the nature of reality? Are you studying yourself, or you're aligning with the negative structure of the black nobility mafia family, right? Of the archons, of that inorganic, based in mathematics, running reversals and string reversals. This is now up to you. This is now up to you. That's why the information is crazy, it's full of mouth. I'm disseminating it. There's no more fake it till you make it, or all this hiding and just wearing masks, because now you're in the dark net, and you want to be anonymous, and there's a black market where they're trading drugs and guns and who knows what else, and they're all for it. They're so like, they think that, oh, the system now, the government cannot trace you. I'm telling you, it's all traceable. It's all, where did you buy the software? You download it into your computers. I mean, once you exit the low astral plane, where even the dark net is, right? And so many people, I guess, struggling with their own inner demons, right? That's why the cleansing, clearing, purification work, that's why we are bringing the cosmic energies here. So everything is surfacing, right? The darkness surfacing back online to be healed, to be seen for what it is, to acknowledge it. And through that inner work, being in your heart, through that heart structure, right? That inner core, that's how you ascend. That's how you transcend all that and be above it. Watch it and observe it. You're the compassionate witness, right? You're a neutral observer. Being neutral, just being the witness, like the third person, watching everything, observing everything, right? All these non-attachments. You're in this world but not out of it, because your consciousness, your bliss, you're all that is. I am that I am. Start understanding the true nature of who you truly are, and start feeling it then through meditation, like doing the inner work and so on, or joining us for the unity meditation. Okay, guys? So this is all for today. Many blessings and namaste. For happy, again, happy Sunday, Easter Sunday, guys. Know that all is well, and to answer to all this is it's love. Okay, loving yourself unconditionally. Amen. Many blessings. Bye-bye.